All right, y'all. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Superfan Sessions. I said y'all as if this is not just me talking to myself. But I just love the show and I love to talk about it. So I'm gonna talk about it here and post it on YouTube because I'm silly and I can because it's a free country. Speaking of free countries, America. Period. Listen, y'all. Me again saying y'all. We're gonna start this episode with my current ranking of the Big Brother house guests. It is week 3, and I'm realizing that this ranking is kind of very different than last week's ranking. So at number 1, we have actually 2 people fighting for their lives to be my favorite right now, and those 2 people are America and Corey. Last week, America was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th on my list. This week, she's number 1. America is the it girl. America, I love America. Insert video clip of Olivia Wilde saying, "We love America. We love America." I will not insert that because last week I tried to insert a video. I couldn't insert it in the media. Hello. I couldn't insert it in the middle of me talking, so I had to insert it at the end, and it was like really like glitchy and shit. So just like, I think I did a really good impression of it. We love America. We love America. Go search it up. This is literally just me, so I know what the video is. Anyways, America and Corey are fighting for my spot for number 1. I love them to death. Corey is the only level-headed person in this house, and I mean that with my true heart and soul. Corey's influence on this house as well, like, he's like crazy good at this game. He's so good at it. And I'm like, bro, I wouldn't expect that from a 21-year-old child. Me saying that I am also 21. But like, if I went in there, I would not be that good. Like, he's eating this shit up. And America, I just love her. I love her personality. I think she's a lot smarter than a lot of the people in this house, so I really appreciate her. And her and Corey have a little flirtmance going on, and it's so cute, and I love them. They just actually locked in their final 2 last night as of me making this video, and I'm rooting for them. I hope that they go far together. So that's America and Corey for number 1. Then number 2, we have Izzy. Izzy's my girl. Izzy's chaotic and crazy and paranoid and messy, but Izzy's my girl. Like, I'm gonna stick by her. She is TV gold. Whoever casted her needs a raise because she is so entertaining. Like, oh my god, it's crazy how entertaining she is. She was made for the show, I'll say it. She's so crazy. I love her. So Izzy's my number 2. Jag's making a comeback, y'all. Jag was like one of my preseason faves, and he's making a comeback. I think he's not great at this game. He's not. But personality-wise, he's kind of stealing my heart. He's like the jokester guy. He's very, very funny. He will be gone soon, I can tell you that. He just won veto this week, so like, good for him. Getting those competition wins up. Building that resume, period king, as you should. The only issue here with Jag is that he was so ride or die for Riley, and that's why people want him out, because, you know, Riley was a big threat, and, you know, he's kind of still riding for Riley, which is weird because she's not even in the house anymore. And he's also aligned with Blue, who, oh girl. But Jag, I don't know. I think he's using his brain a little bit more this week, and I want to see him keep using his brain, because if he could clock things, that would be great for me. That would be entertaining for me. But as of right now, Jag's number 3 because of his personality. Next, we have Mimi. Mimi's really behind the scenes in a lot of things, but she's not dealing with the bullshit of her alliance when they're like, let's flip. She's like, girl, no. And I really appreciate that, because I feel like her and Corey are like really the only level-headed people in this house right now. And like, you really need that. Even though you need the chaos, you also need the level-headed people that are like actually trying to win the game and are like, girl, shut the fuck up. Can I say a bad word? I'm gonna bleep that. Sorry. Mom, if you're watching, sorry. Next we have Suri. Suri used to be my number one. I still really, really, really like Suri. The issue with Suri is she's kind of steamrolling this game right now. And we all know I don't like steamroll. But I also I want to see her keep steamrolling. I don't want to see her go. But I also kind of do, because I don't think I don't know. I like Suri. I think she has a good personality. She makes me giggle a lot. I really, really like her, but she just has to be lower on my list because I think that she's just covered on all fronts right now. And it's kind of frustrating that no one really has a chance against her. And on the feeds today, Corey and Izzy were kind of talking about that and realizing that. And I think it's important that Izzy knows that, because Izzy knows about Jared and Suri's relationship. And I think Izzy's starting to finally work in her brain that, oh shit, if I'm the final 3 with them, I'm not making it to final 2, because obviously they're going to choose each other over me. So I hope Izzy's finally clocking that she can't be with them forever. Next we have Miss Felicia. She is so silly and funny, and she did make a huge move this week, and I loved seeing her do that. The only issue with Felicia is I know she's older, she's in the older generation, and the way she just talks about the younger women in the house just kind of rubs me the wrong way a bit. It's just kind of girl, that's really none of your business. I don't know. I still like her until she talks badly about the younger women in the house. That kind of, I don't really like that much love, but I still do like Felicia. Next we have Matt. Matt is cute. He's sweet, but he's not really doing much game-wise. He's just kind of there, and everyone's kind of scooping him up because they're like, oh, Matt's cute and sweet, like I just said. So he's just kind of there. He's not really giving for me, but a lot of the people just lower on this list are really not giving for me. So I put Matt here. Next we have Hisam. Hisam's a good little villain, but I feel like if I was in that house and he was talking to me the way he's been talking to some of these people, I would want to get him out too. So props to them for backdooring him this week. But I feel like he's a nice guy. Other than that, I feel like he's chilling. But he's also he also has weird vendettas against the younger kids. He so strongly wanted to get Riley out. And then he hated Corey for so long for literally no reason at all. Corey breathed and he was like, oh my God, I hate this kid. And he was really pushing for Matt to get backdoored this week. And it was just bro, why are you threatened by children? It's weird. Next we have Blue. I think every week I will talk about how disappointed I am in Blue being a flop, because Blue was my preseason favorite. I saw her photo and I was like, yeah, that's my girl. I am ride or die for her. And then she walked into the house and I was like, oh girl, what are we doing? I think she's trying too hard to be the it girl. Too hard. Everything she does, she wants, you can tell that she's there for social media followers. And that sucks. America made a statement that was Blue doesn't know she's playing Big Brother, and I really feel like that's true and real, because she doesn't. Blue and Jared are in a little showmance right now, and I really don't like Jared, and for Blue to like him like that just sets me off. I'm like, girl, how? Because she's so pretty and she had so much potential going into the house, but then she was just a little flop, and I'm still upset about it to this day, because I wanted her to be my girl, and then she just wasn't. So I'm really upset about that. And then after Blue, we have Jared, because like I said, I really don't like this man. He was fine until he opened his mouth and stated his opinions on dating and women. He himself literally said, yeah, I had to start seeing women as people and not objects. Huh? Like, sorry, what? Sorry, what? And my girl Izzy went off on him, and I ate that up. He was like, you're not listening to me. And she said, don't talk to me like that, Jared. And that was perfect. I love Izzy for that. I don't like Jared. I don't like the way the things he says to Blue are really, like, pushing a limit. And it's just like, bro, you're on national TV right now. Don't like him. Next, we have Bowie. She's so irrelevant. I'm pretty sure I said this last week. She's so irrelevant. I can have no opinion on her because of how irrelevant she is. Every time someone starts to have a game conversation with her, she walks out of the room. Like, she's not doing anything. It's crazy. Next, we have Red. I feel like Red is also irrelevant to me. He's also, like, so weird. Like, Corey said this on Feeds today. When Red walks around, he'll be like, yeah, I'm just doing my rounds. Like, make an excuse. Be like, oh, I think I left my water bottle in here or something. Don't, like, outwardly be like, yeah, I'm just making my rounds to see where everyone is, who everyone's talking to, because that makes you look so suspicious and weird. He also told Hisam to, like, stop being so loud. Like, his laugh was so loud and it was disturbing his sleep. And, like, bro, you realize what game you're playing? You're playing Big Brother. Like, you gotta be nice to these people if you want to go far. And even if you weren't playing Big Brother, that's such a rude thing to say. Your laugh is too loud, like, shut up. That didn't sit right with me. And then finally we have Cameron. I don't like Cameron. I never really did. He's just weird. And he bothers me. And he's very arrogant and just a weird guy. Just a weird little guy. So that's why he's last. So now that we got the rankings out of the way, let me talk about what happened this week, even though we could probably tell from me doing my rankings. But they had a crapshoot competition, and if you don't know what that is, if anyone's listening to this, if you don't know what that is, it's basically like a luck game. You kind of just, like, roll a ball, and whoever gets, like, the highest slot wins. So Felicia actually won. She got, like, 53, I think, which was, like, slay queen. And then but she had, like, a slime punishment, which was funny to see on the show because she had to do it with someone else each time, and it was quite funny. So she won HOH, and the plan going into this week was to backdoor Hisam because last week, obviously, everyone wanted to blindside Hisam and keep Cameron over Riley, but they decided, let's blindside him by backdooring him. So she won HOH. She nominated Cameron and Jag because Hisam wanted Jag out. Jag was Hisam's target. So Felicia was like, okay, let me go along with that and nominate Jag and Cameron. So then Hisam's happy. He's like, yeah, Jag's going home, right? Wrong. Jag wins the veto. Hisam does not get picked for the veto. Everyone cheered. Jag wins the veto. Jag then has a punishment of a chicken suit. And everyone is saying that Jag Chicken is the new Joseph 25, if y'all are picking up what I'm putting down. But again, it's only me listening to this, but let me explain anyway in case anyone's tuning in. Last season, Joseph was, like, stupid until he turned 25, and, like, everything changed, and he's, like, his mind was so open, like, it was crazy. So now everyone's calling Jag Chicken the new Joseph 25 because, like I said earlier, Jag's, like, starting to use his brain now. So that's really good. So Jag takes himself off. Hisam's like, Matt's going up. Felicia's like, yeah, King, Matt's going up. Guess who goes up? Hisam. So that's where we are now. It is currently Thursday at 8:07 p.m. as I'm making this. So that means that someone is going to go home soon in about an hour. And I don't know who it's going to be. It is currently Hisam and Cameron on the block, and you would think Hisam's going home. The whole point the past 2 weeks was to blindside Hisam and backdoor him so he could go home, right? Well, last week, Sari, Izzy, and Felicia were flipping back and forth on keeping Riley or getting rid of Riley. This week, they're flipping back and forth. Do we keep Heisem or do we let Cameron stay in this house? And they are flipping back and forth and back and forth. And the main reason they want Cameron out is because he didn't pack his suitcase. And Felicia said this to Corey, who, let me reiterate, one of the most level-headed people in this house. And Corey was like, bro, he told me he just packs last minute and stuffs everything in his bag with like 5 seconds to go. So now they're like, okay, let's stick to the plan and get rid of Heisem. But before feeds turned off again, Heisem told Felicia, I'm never coming after you. And now Felicia's like, okay, let me try to flip them back again. So that has been today on the feed. So I don't really know who's going to go. I still think Heisem is going. I think it's stupid. I think it was stupid in the first place to backdoor him because he was a shield for the Professor's Alliance. And now there's not really a shield for them anymore. So as soon as the next targets go out, it's going to be them. They're going to be the targets. So I think that was stupid because Heisem could also win competitions and like save the professors, but they just decided to get him out anyway. So I think that was a stupid decision. What I think is even stupider, I don't even think that's a word, but what I think would be even more stupid would be to keep him after doing all that. Because number one, the house would be pissed at you. Number two, Heisem would be mad at you no matter what he says. Like, I know I'm not him, but if I was him and my alliance members put me on the block, backdoored me, blindsided me, and then they were like, I'm going to save you, I'd be like, oh my God, thank you. I owe you my life. And then I'd put them on the block the next day. Like, it's ridiculous of them to think that he would ever trust them again. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not Heisem, but those are my thoughts on that. So that's what's going on. Now we are going to go through the little alliances that are happening. There's so many still. So I'm just going to go through like the big three that's kind of happening right now. And what's very interesting is that Felicia, Suri, and Izzy are in every single one. Every single one. If that doesn't tell you that they're running the house, I don't know what does. And they are such a trio. Like, they're so funny and chaotic and crazy. And like, I get really tired sometimes of them because, like I said, they just are flipping and flopping and flipping and flopping and flipping and flopping. And I'm like, girl, I'm going to sleep. The amount of times I've had to turn off feeds because my brain literally couldn't handle them, like, flipping back and forth is crazy. But anyways, let's go through the alliances right now. So the one alliance is the Legends, which is Red, Cameron, Bowie, Mimi, Felicia, Suri, Izzy, and Matt. That I don't think is real. It's definitely not real because they're all kind of targeting Red and Cameron going into the next week. So I think I missed when this was created on the feeds. I think like Red and Cameron kind of like initiated it, and it's so random because like, why is Matt there? Like, it just doesn't, the math is not mathing, and that's definitely a fake ass alliance for like the trio of Suri, Izzy, and Felicia. But I think that's real for like Red and Cameron, which is a good thing because if they happen to win HOH tonight, I don't think they would target the trio. So like, that's good for them. I'll give them that. The trio's playing a good game because they are covered on like all fronts right now. They are running the house. So like, good for them. They say they want to target. Guess who's going out that next week? The target that they initiated. So like, good for them. Even though they drive me crazy sometimes, I don't know. I'll stick by them. I'll stick by them as long as my number ones, Corey and America, are safe. And so the next alliance we have is the Savage 7. This is the trio, Matt, Jag, Blue, and Jared. This, I was also very confused. I woke up one day and saw this on my timeline that I missed. And I was like, girl, what? I don't know if it's real because I know that after Jag and Cameron are gone, or not Jag, oh my God, Red and Cameron are gone, Jag and Blue are the next target. So I think this is just like a silly little alliance to cover the trio yet again. But again, like, good for them, I guess. Good for them. Now, the next alliance we have is For Real, For Real. And try to guess why it's called that. It's because it's for real. This one, I think, is their real alliance that they're like truly sticking to. And this is the trio: Mimi, Jared, Corey, and America. Now, the trio has had some hard time trusting America because they still think that she's in the handful family style alliance that was created week 1. But America has not really been in that. America's just kind of been by herself with Corey. And I think she was really looking forward to someone like picking her up. And so the for real alliance for her is like everything. But the trio is still very much like on edge and they don't know if they can trust her. Same with Mimi. She doesn't really know if she could trust Corey or America. Meanwhile, America and Corey, all they talk about is how much they trust Mimi. I personally would love for a Corey, America, and Mimi final 3. I would eat that shit up. Do I think that's going to happen? No. But I'm just saying I would love that. So that's kind of the dynamic of the house right now. And tonight is pressure cooker. And if you don't know what pressure cooker is, pressure cooker first happened. I actually don't know what the first season it happened was because I didn't watch. But season 6 it happened. And it was right after Kaser left. And then America voted him back in. And obviously he was fighting for his life to win that HOH because they just voted him out of the house. And he was like, yeah, I need to win this. And another girl, I think her name is Jennifer. I need to catch up on my lore. If anyone's listening to this, stop listening. But I think Jennifer was like, no, like, I'll keep you safe. It was down to those 2 left. And she was like, I'll keep you safe. And he was like, okay. And she put his ass on the block and he went home. So it's like so iconic because it's literally just everyone standing in a box pushing a button and whoever lets go of the button is like out. And it's just so like mind boggling. It's just such a good social experiment competition. And that's why I think it's so iconic and that's why fans have been asking for it back. And I feel like this is the cast to bring it back with because of how chaotic they are. They're so chaotic. There's so many alliances going on. Like, and I'm so excited for this. I am so extremely excited for this. And I think Felicia not competing in it is perfect because I think she would have been out anyway because I think she would have gotten too tired of pressing the button. So her like hosting is going to be really good. We're going to be able to watch it on feeds. I'm so excited. But I just want to talk about this season in general because a lot of people are hating on it, which is crazy to me because yeah, everyone can have their own opinions, but a lot of people are like, I miss BB24. And for me personally, before BB24 came out, I was like, I hope I hate this cast so I'm not addicted to feeds. I should not have manifested that because I hated BB24's cast. I was literally only rooting for Taylor and Joseph. And that's like, it's not fun to only root for 2 people. Luckily for me, Taylor, my number 1, did end up winning the entire season. But just like the struggles that she went through and having to see her like get bullied every week, I did not enjoy that. I hated the people. They just like, they weren't good like strategists. They weren't good fun feeds. Like if anything, the most fun thing on the feeds was Jasmine's Muffin Gate. But like I wasn't even on feeds for that because I hated the cast so much. So it's just baffling for me to see people say that they hate this season and they miss BB24 because this season's cast is so likable. Even like, I mean, Bowie, Red, and Cameron to me, I literally like don't care about them at all. But even though I really dislike Jared, sometimes he makes points and I'm like, yeah, I'm glad that you're in this house right now because, but I'm also not because he is going to be Cerie's downfall. I am putting that in writing right now. Jared will be Cerie's downfall. If that shit gets out, it's going to be Jared because Jared has already told Blue like, oh my God, I have a secret. Like I can't tell you about my family because you're going to put the dots together. And that's so stupid. And that's going to be Cerie's downfall. So I kind of do wish Jared wasn't in the house, but he's also been calming Cerie's paranoia because Cerie is so paranoid. And I think Jared kind of being the level-headed one of that group is crazy, but like it's also true because she's just a little wild sometimes. But so far I'm really liking this season and I'm so glad that pressure cooker is happening tonight. It's literally, I've been thinking about it all day. And after I film this, I'm going to watch BB6 pressure cooker again. I have watched it before, but I want to watch it again just so I'm like fresh and new and caught up. I'm so excited. I'm extremely excited. But that's all for this week. Oh my god, Riley was evicted last week. I did not update that. I don't think. Riley was evicted last week. Unanimous. I was kind of pissed that it was unanimous because they were flip-flopping literally the entire week. And I thought it was going to be a split vote, but it was unanimous. But maybe tonight it'll be split because when feeds turned off, I was a little confused. Some people were voting for Cameron to stay. Some people were voting for Heisem to stay. I don't know what's going on. I hope Heisem leaves because I think it's stupid of them, but also I don't care enough. But also Heisem would go after America, I think. I think he thinks America's the reason that he's on the block. So I don't want that to happen, obviously. But I will be back again next week. Possibly. I'm moving into school, actually. So maybe not, but we shall see. If not, maybe I'll give like a pressure cooker update. I don't know. I can't promise anything. It's just me though, so it doesn't really matter, but I like to do this for myself. So I guess I'll see y'all when I see y'all. And America for pressure cooker. America or Corey for pressure cooker, but I really want America to win. Comment down below if you want America to win. My pronouns are USA. Caca. Bye.